What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Beverage Batch. Today we're joined by the usual hosts. I think Avi now is in South Korea, still eating Indian restaurants. So,
How long is he
gotta,
there for? He was there for like a month.
I don't know, bro. I hope he didn't get kidnapped. I'd
Yeah.
miss him. But yeah, so we are here doing our recap of 2025. This was a bad year for Tollywood. Um, Objectively, it was a bad year, box office wise and movies wise. So we've decided to make it top 10 of our favorite Indian movies all year because I could not come up with 10 Telugu movies I liked, to be honest with you guys. So yeah.
Yeah. That list kind of
Um,
died out for me like after the fourth one.
yeah.
So,
Even with India, I will say, like, before we get into this, I have had a very busy second half of the year, so I've not seen Loka and I've not seen Tourist Family. I thought that was earlier this year. I've not seen those two, and that will probably make like size list or something, but we'll get to that later. And yeah, so I think the order is Sai goes, I go, and then Ankit will go. So
yeah, we'll just
yeah.
start from the bottom and then go to the
Hmm.
top.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll talk about my 10th film. Like what Akil said, like this year was just kind of bad, I would say, throughout all the industries. Like Telugu was one of the worst.
Yeah.
And then like Bollywood had like maybe a couple that were good, but yeah, throughout like all of Indian cinema, I think 2025 has been pretty bad. Except for maybe Malayalam, but they're usually good anyway, so you can't really, blame them. But that's why my 10th one is actually going to be retro. So I think I like this movie a lot more than like the reviewers and a bunch of people that like hated on it. I understand that it's a very basic story, like there's nothing new in it. It's just a savior trope. But I found the characters to be engaging. I liked Surya in it. I even liked Pooja Hegde in it. And I found like their journey to be like intriguing. So I liked the movie. Other than the second half, like when it becomes the savior trope, that's when it kind of derails, which is why it's in my 10th spot. But I still liked it overall. Like if in a world of dislike and like I liked it. So that's why that makes my 10th list or 10th position.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll do the thing if we have a movie at the same placement as each other, we'll say, okay, same thoughts.
Yeah.
I have Mad Square as my 10. Once again, it's it's a cooked year when this it makes it. So I went to a packed theater first day with like Nakul and some of my other friends, and we all just ate some good Indian food. We all had some drinks. So, and it was a full theater, like I said before. So I think the jokes, everything just hit, and it was good vibes. Like I have very good memories of that movie. But the jokey, like we were just dying laughing, especially the Anthony in the mental hospital scene. He's like these scene, like it was just a fruit or whatever. It was just a really funny movie. And when I watched it at home with my mom on OTT, the jokes definitely didn't hit as much. I thought I was getting a bit more bored, but I think in the theater, it's like a mindless watch. It's not as good as one. It doesn't have the soul that one does because one established its characters. Who like Manoj is just a fucking idiot. It's just a DD show, and whatever that last dude's name is. But yeah, it was an entertaining movie. I don't think it's great, but it's just brain rot and it's time pass. So that's my 10.
Yeah, we didn't have, I mean, I didn't have any honorable mentions, but if I had one, I think that probably would make my honorable mentions list. Punkith, what's your 10?
Likagaru. Yeah.
No, I thought it was gonna be Kyle than me. My number 10 was
Dude, I already
Mirai.
did my 10th.
Oh yeah, my
He
bad.
Seriously,
started.
blocked his memory. Just didn't listen
Um,
at all.
Number 10 for me is Mirai. Uh, so I think in total, I think a lot of people disliked it, but for me, I thought, I went in with no expectations and I thought it was okay enough to make it like a good impression. And yeah, I just think that it was good enough to make the top 10.
Yeah, I didn't see Mirai actually, so can't comment. Okay, so going on to our ninth spot. So my ninth one is a smaller film called Shubham. It was like produced by Samantha. Very interesting concept. Again, like the film itself, like in a dislike and like world, like I liked it. So again, it's not like something amazing, but I did enjoy it when I saw it. I liked the concept. It was kind of like a horror comedy. There were a few funny moments, some like pretty good horror moments too. Like there were some pretty scary moments in the movie. And yeah, the lesson or whatever they're trying to teach at the end of the day is nothing crazy. It's just about how women can't be like tied down in households or like restricted and stuff. So same thing, but I think it just was told in such a different way, an unusual way, which is what I liked about it. So yeah, that's my ninth spot.
Yeah. I had Court. So Court was
Dang, it's
my
pretty
number
low for
nine.
court in
Yeah, it
the
is a little low. I mean, I liked the movie, but I think the court portions of Court were the worst part. Like I anytime it wasn't the kids did an amazing job, and Priyadarshi when he's doing like his own research was really fascinating. But I reason I ranked it lower is because the court portions were laughably stupid. Like that main judge believes whatever's presented to him. So those parts kind of infuriated me, but I mean, Shivaji is Mangapati in real life, as we've seen. So Jeevan Jesar,
Hmm.
he took it a little too far, clearly. Uh, but I think it was good. I don't think it was great. It's definitely on that small budget for like a new director, backed by Nani with strong performances. It was really good. But I think like comparatively, the eight movies I have above it, I enjoyed more. Maybe it's a better movie than some of the ones I have above it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as my top eight. But yeah, I know it is lower, definitely. Yeah, those kids were really good, man. Like I think that kid is in everything nowadays. He was really good in Swag and Salar.
Yeah,
Um, Swag this year,
Swag was this year. I
Oh, is
think
it?
I think so.
yeah, okay. I
But
totally
yeah,
forgot about it.
I didn't put it on my list. I didn't like
Maybe
it
it would have,
anyway, so
yeah, it would have been maybe my honorable mentions,
mm,
maybe.
thank you.
For me, my number nine is this movie called Mazaka. Is with Rao
Wow,
Ramesh
crazy.
and Sandeep Krishnan. It's just like a funny movie. I don't think, like you guys were saying, this year wasn't the greatest. So even I'm just like throwing stuff at the wall. It's like, all right, this was okay. I liked it. So I thought it was watchable enough to make it to nine.
Nice. Okay, should we go on to eight?
Yeah,
All right. So my eighth spot is it's a Malu movie. It's called Officer on Duty. I don't know if you guys have like seen it, but
I
I
did.
saw it earlier this year, like when it came out on Netflix. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. The portions that I liked a lot were how well the action was done in the movie. I thought it was very visceral, very realistic. I love that. The action part of it was really what like I loved a lot about the film, and then also the mystery that kind of unravels. Like it's all about like a jewel heist and this like gang of these like drug addict children, not children, I guess, like young adults that this cop like goes after. So I thought everything was like pretty interesting about it, especially the action. I love that. So that's why it's on my eighth list.
Yeah, I watched Officer on Duty. Um, I didn't love it, but it got good reviews, so I watched it. But I think the characters were just caricature-ish, like
The
especially the
villains
villains.
villains were
Yeah,
definitely were. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. But it was fine. Like I guess if you watched it purely for action, I see the value in that. But I honestly forgot about most of these movies because I had to look through every language to make this list, and there was like hundreds
yeah.
of
Same.
entries.
Yeah.
That would have probably been an honorable mention, and it's short too. It's not overly long, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I think it was a really good OTT watch. Like
Yeah,
on Netflix, I think it's very quick thing to watch.
yeah,
And it keeps your attention. I wasn't bored by it at all.
yeah. So for number eight, I have Single, like Sri Vishnu Single. Um, I just enjoyed it. Like I don't, it's like not a particularly well-made movie. There's a lot of jokes that I think people didn't like at ground level that they found offensive. I thought it like it's comedy, right? It's like comedy at the end of the day, and I thought it was funny as fuck. It kept me smiling throughout. I just think like it's just a stupid movie because nothing even happens. Aim God like he doesn't even end up with a girl at the end, but I thought it was like really funny, and I thought Vanilla Kishore was fucking hilarious in it too. I love Sri Vishnu, and I think his comedy timing is peak, so I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, I saw it. I liked it for sure. But I would put it in my honorable mentions, I think. But
Yeah.
I liked it. that for the fact that it was like nothing serious, like it was
Yeah.
just trolly the whole time, and they basically like saved the movie in dubbing, like they just like dub random dialogues into
Yeah.
random scenes. Um, but sometimes with Sri Vishnu, like my problem with him is like he just kind of like whispers or groans like random
Yeah.
dialogue that you don't even understand until maybe later you see him on Reels or something, and you're like, oh damn, I didn't even realize he said that.
It's
So.
like straight
That
vulgar words too.
yeah, it's like he just like mumbles like a bunch of random shit, and you don't even know what's going on in the movie. But then later, someone like deciphers it, and you're like, "Oh shit, that's what he said." So like for that reason, like I'm like iffy on him. Like sometimes I'm like, "All right, I don't even know what you're saying half the time." But yeah, it was a pretty like fun watch though.
Dude, I love the Ohm Beam Bush scene where he's like raffle, raffle.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know what the full context
yeah,
is. Shit has
yeah,
me dying.
Yeah, my number is Single as well. I think same reasonings. I thought it was a fun watch, and I think Sri Vishnu and the rest of the cast, they're good at comedy, so it's just like a no-brainer.
yeah. Staying on the topic of comedy, I guess my number seven is Little Hearts. I know, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. We talked about it before, but I enjoy Little Hearts. Like I think like as we're getting like higher on the list, it's more of like okay, I actually like these movies. It's not just like a yeah, it's oh, yeah, I liked it. Like it's I actually like Little Heart. It's pretty good. I thought it was funny. Molly does a really good job at his comic timing. Yeah, there's no like real story. It's just a story of like these two kids that, grow up and like actually like marry each other because of their love together when they were young. Nothing crazy, but it is very entertaining. So that's why I put it at number seven.
Okay. Yeah. My number seven is Andhra King Talika. Was it 10987? Yeah, I think we did a whole review on it. So check that episode out if you haven't. But it was just a fun watch. I also went in with zero expectations. I like Ram. I thought it was like an entertaining movie about, like a youth using his fanism to do something useful for his community. Um, and I just felt that it was refreshing, especially given his track record. But, maybe if it came out in a different year, I wouldn't value it as highly. But in this year, when I just saw shit after shit in the theater, this was like refreshing to watch. And I left fully satisfied. Also, banger soundtrack. Yeah,
Yeah, you guys know my thoughts on that anyway.
yeah, yeah.
But Ankit,
Yeah,
for
I have
yours.
that on my list too, but it's higher up than you. But my number seven is Kubera. Um, yeah, I think it's a
Wow.
good movie. What?
No, no words.
Yeah, they explain
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just came out of theater like a lot of these movies on the bottom half of this list, I'm just like putting there because I really didn't enjoy, but I think they're like better than like something like Cooley, right? So it's like even though Kubera was no masterpiece, I thought it was like better than a lot of 2025.
Yeah, I will give it that. Like, I do think that Kubera is one of the good ones, I guess, like in a world of good and bad of 2025. But it's just way too long, dude. Like, it's just like literally 30, 40 minutes too long. And then the climax was abysmal, terrible climax.
So bad.
But very good topic that he took up. I see the effort is good, but it's just. I think it should have been cut down. And that if it was cut down, it probably would have been on my list because I do think there's a good movie within that movie, but they just showed us the worst version of it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't make mine. I thought it was like a first half I thought was excellent. Second half I thought was rot. Like I thought the second half was really, really bad. So it didn't make mine. But I mean the performances were amazing. Dhanush killed it.
Yeah.
Nag was good too, but not much else to say about the
Yeah.
overall movie.
Okay. So my number six, I don't know if you guys have like seen it, but it kind of like had like a little moment like a month or two ago, but it's called The Great Pre-Wedding Show. It's a very small film. Dang, I'm forgetting the main actor's name. He's in like a couple other like very small films, but I saw it recently on OTT when it came out, and it was very, very good. I was surprised. I heard about it from these other like YouTubers that reviewed it and stuff, and that's when it came on my radar. of oh, okay, there's like another like small good film. Let me check it out. And it's very good. It's very funny, very entertaining. The characters are really endearing, surprisingly. You actually care about them a lot. Especially like there's just one character, not the main like lead, but there's like a supporting character. It's all about like his marriage, and he's very endearing in the film. Like you really connect with him. So yeah, I that's why I put this like pretty high up on my list. Like it's number six. Yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot.
Yeah, I feel like, dude, there's a lot of stuff that just flew under the radar. Like I just started seeing that this week on IG Reels. I didn't even hear about it. So like
Yeah.
that and like the tourist, like I've heard about these movies this year, but I just haven't had the time. Like I'm sure all three of those would probably have easily made this list given the reviews and shit. But my was it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay.
Six.
So
Yeah.
I had a tie. I wasn't sure what to put here, but I had OG and Little Hearts together.
Mm.
Um for me, OG was more a fan service. Like as a movie, I can acknowledge its flaws, but I think that theatrical experience was insane as a fan. But I'm not going to put it any higher than that because I know its shortcomings. And then Little Hearts too. I really liked it. I think it was like a tier short of like Mad and like DJ Tulu and Jati Ratnalu that type, but it was still good. I think Jay Krishna was fucking hilarious. I loved watching him and Mauli's chemistry, and it was just one of those movies where like there's nothing serious in it. Like there's literally no conflict, but you just leave your mind at home and then you just have fun. So I have it up there too. Yeah, both of them are tied for me. I couldn't decide which one to kick out of the list. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. My number six is Dragon. Like same reasoning. I think I like the messaging that I had, like the character shift and second half and all that stuff. But I don't think like it was so insane. But I think like five and up on my list is when I actually really started liking the movies. But I think as it is, Dragon's a good movie.
Yeah, I think Dragon would have made my like honorable mentions, but I also think like I liked was it Love Today? Was that his first movie that came before Dragon? I like that one a lot more, but because I thought that was a lot more entertaining. I think Dragon is it kind of has a little too much going on and it becomes a little too serious for what it's trying to say. Like I think throughout as you watch the movie, especially second half, and it falls short of being as entertaining as Love Today, but it's still a good movie, has a good message by the end of it. That's not like beaten over the head with or your head with. So I would put that in my honorable mentions too. Okay, so
mm,
going on to our top five. All right, so my fifth one is another Malu film. I had like a Malu Renaissance earlier this year, but I think I saw this like maybe like Feb or March. I'm not sure, but this is like around the same time I saw Officer on Duty. But there's another film that came out, another like mystery thriller called Rekha Chitram. It's very, very good. It's a very, very good mystery. It has like a filmmaking angle in it. Like hence the title, like Rekha Chitram. But they kind of go into a little bit of like the Malayalam film history in it also. Like they reference what's Zulkar's dad's name? I'm like slipping up on it.
Mammootty.
Mamuti.
Mammootty, yeah, they like go into his filmography. They kind of make him like a character in the film also. Yeah, it's very entertaining. And you really do want to know what's going on like till the end. So very good mystery. I highly recommend it. That's why it kicks off my top five.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. I have not heard of. I don't even think I've seen half your list to be honest. So
Yeah.
I'll have something to catch up on too. I heard of Shubham. I haven't even heard of Rekha Chitram, but okay, I'll put that down. My number five is Kantara Chapter One. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as Sai. I think in our review I mentioned, but I thought it was good. Um, it had some lag issues, but like overall, the world building, the visuals, and the storytelling just didn't feel like I was watching an Indian movie. And it was like pretty amazing what these people did with that sequel. So I had it at number five. It does have issues, but fuck it. Like I'll forgive the runtime for just how sick it is overall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll talk about it
oh,
like a little later because I have it higher on my list.
Mhm.
Go
my
ahead.
number five, right, is
Yeah.
Little Hearts. Same reason that you guys, but I think for me, like the fact that it was like a small movie and it made like a huge like laughs and impact, like I think that's really what caught me. I think the charm of it really was like I actually enjoyed the movie rather than the rest of the list where I'm like, okay, this is whatever. But coming out of the movie, I was like, there's a lot of laughs that I had. I was like, okay, you know what? Genuinely, I think it's a good comedy.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a fluke or not. That's the thing. Like it feels like one of those movies that might be a fluke. Like it just kind of everything just kind of fell in place. Like I wouldn't say it's all luck, but I think like having like a decent script to work with and then having someone like Molly who can really improv on the spot and has that timing like really worked out. But we have to see what this director will do next. I think I'm not sure of what he's doing next, but like we'll see if it's actually him or if it's just like all these things that are aligned for him when he made the film.
There's a brand of like all these movies where it's they kind of reference memes and just like speak fast and like jabs, punches the whole movie. And it works for some, but then movies like My Mitra Mandali or like Mame Famous, it doesn't work as much, even though they try the same thing. So
Yeah.
like yeah, it literally just depends on like the people you have delivering the dialogues and how well they're written. And there's a space for it. It's getting oversaturated now. So hopefully
Yeah.
like, it's good going forward. But he's a young director, so I mean he's
Yeah.
got
He
room to grow too.
got time to develop. Yeah. Right. Okay. So my number four now is Court. So we talked about it a little earlier with Akil, but I really liked Court. I thought it was a very, very good film that was emotional, that actually had you buying in to the characters' emotions, especially the kids. I think obviously the kids are the best part of the film. And Priyadarshi, I really liked his performance and how he carried himself in the film also. Yeah, the logics in the court aren't always the best, but you're also dealing with a very illogical situation because the situation is the dad is trying to fuck over the kid and throw like a wrong case on him and stuff. So he's trying to invent as many possibilities or scenarios as he can to show and present in court and get him locked up. Like, for example, like he hires those three guys that say like, "Oh yeah, we saw him and the girl in some town. He was wearing like a red shirt or black shirt, whatever they say. They make up like random shit, right? And then Priyadarshi comes and proves them all wrong and says, "No, you actually didn't see anyone." So like some of them I thought were okay. Some situations were not the best. They could have probably come up with better ones. But that aside, I thought the kids were enough to for me to like win over for the film. And then like I really liked obviously it was like memed and like everyone made fun of it, but I really liked the reveal at the end of what they were doing in the room together. Um, I thought that was very cute and it was very emotional. So I liked how it kind of ended on that note. That's
Yeah,
why I
I don't know his meme. That's funny.
yeah, the people were like, "There's no way they were just doing that in the room."
They'll look at you with that. They thought it was Mangapati was the hero. Like most of them.
Yeah, go
You're up.
ahead. Oh yeah, I guess. Or no, Akili. Or I mean, either
Oh,
of you doesn't
wait.
matter.
Am I? Oh,
Or
wait.
number
I thought I
four.
just. Oh, my bad. I'm brain dead. Okay. Number four is Retro. I liked
Oh
it when I
dang,
first watched it.
I
Yeah,
didn't know you liked it that much. That's pretty crazy.
I didn't either until my second watch. I like watched it one day just because I was bored again. I liked Retro, but I loved it the second time, and I think there's just like so much to it. Like it's 3 hours. It definitely has a runtime, but like the theme is like laughter and like take life kind of light. And even in the climax, like the guns didn't have like the bazooka launchers didn't have ammo, and everyone just laughs, and it's just like a good vibe. And I thought Surya was really, really good after a long time of just delivering straight rods. And I love the theme of it. I love the music. I love Karthik Subraj's like filmmaking choices that he chooses. Um, and yeah, it is savior trope, but I thought it was done tastefully. Like Jada Money, like I thought it was like him discovering himself, finding his identity. I thought it was like savior trope that wasn't done like in a bad way, if that makes sense. It's not like him just showing up to and then like Nitin and Macharla taking charge of a village and just saving everyone. It was like more of like he's on his own quest and then he finds that this is his larger purpose. So I really like retro. I like the themes of the hero's journey, whatnot. Surya did amazing. The music was phenomenal. The soundtrack was like one of my most listened to this year. So I just really like retro, and I think one of those movies that like we'll look back on and be like, damn, can't believe like this shit flopped, etc.
Yeah, I seriously do not think that it deserved to flop. I was
Yeah,
shocked like when it
yeah,
flopped. And a lot of people chalked it up to the savior concept, but I think there's more to this than just that.
mhm,
Like there's films like Kingdom, which are literally just that, which
yeah,
also are not done well, which is why it flopped.
yeah.
But I thought like this, even though towards the end it does become cliche with like, oh, the marking on your body is like significant to us. Like that marks our savior and our Messiah, like kind of like figure, right? Yeah, okay, that all becomes like, like cliche, but up until then, it was a very good drama, like dramatic film. Like the first half, like they had like a 15-minute like single take scene, which in of itself is like pretty crazy. Because in that scene, they like do the dance, like him and Pooja Hegde do that dance. It's like their wedding scene. And then
Like
they have like
Ganima, yeah.
a dialogue scene with his dad. And then there's like a whole ass action scene, like combined all into like one shot, which is like pretty crazy. So I thought they put a lot of effort into it and it was done really, really well. It's just, I wish there was more to the story by the end of it than just what it is. That
Yeah.
was my only problem with it.
And Pooja did well too, like you said, which is incredibly rare. Like she never performed
Yeah,
well, but it was good.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the retro placing. On first watch, I didn't really like it as much, but watching Kingdom really made me like recognize that okay, this is like a really bad way to do this, and then like going back, I thought retro, you know what, retro is like not as bad as this. Like it actually worked in a couple of ways. So I think that's why like originally I wasn't the most favorite of it, but then recognizing that it had its strengths, especially when compared to something like Kingdom, which is the exact same thing, right? So I was like, I like retro now.
You like
What's
it
your
that
number
much
four?
though? That's your fourth?
Wait, is that your fourth too?
Yeah, I didn't realize the ranking of this list, but I think it's overall a good movie still.
Crazy. All right, we're getting into our top three. Um, so my third is the most recent film that I've seen, Dhurandhar. So I put that as my third film that I liked the
Same.
most this year. Oh, is your third also?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the film. I mean, we haven't done a review yet. It's going to come out. We're going to have some guests on it and do that review next week. But I really liked it. There are some flaws that I saw, like very minimal, but I liked it for the most part. Love the playlist. Yeah, everything about the film I thought was done really, really well. One big thing or concern that a lot of people have with these kinds of films coming out of India is obviously the racist aspect of it. But I thought in this film, they actually like controlled it a good amount. Every here and there, like there's some dialogues that are like, okay, like you're kind of going above the line, but expected in an Indian film, obviously, that you're going to get that. But it was just done really well. I mean, it showed the life of a spy really well compared to like what other Bollywood movies have shown us in the past.
No
Um,
bikini
so
sequences.
yeah, exactly. No like duets and
Yeah.
like romancing the heroines and stuff. But yeah, it was really really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And surprising too. Like I really was surprised by it. I didn't know that Bollywood could do this again because of how many rods they've been pumping out recently. But yeah, it was very good.
They did better than us this year on paper. I think they had like
Yeah.
Chava, this. I didn't watch Sayara, but
Yeah. Sayara was pretty good. I actually would have put that on my honorable mentions. Like I enjoyed that one too.
this dude said he watched 40 minutes and couldn't get through it, so he capped it.
Who,
That's the only,
Ankit?
only two review. Yeah.
You have to, I think they open up the plot point in the interval, I think. Like until then, it's pretty basic. But I thought like the main plot point they have is like was like pretty good. It's new. It was like it was never done before, at least in Bollywood, from what I
Yeah,
know.
that makes sense. Because for me, like the first 40 minutes, it was just like Like I
Yeah,
felt like it was just so template, and I was just like, I
it
heard so
is
many good things, and I'm like, I just don't
it is
understand.
very template until you find out what's going on. Then it's like,
Okay.
okay, like it's a new situation. But yeah, it's
Okay.
very like Arjun Reddy remake type shit until like yeah, the halfway point.
Yeah. So same as you, the run there. I don't want to say anything because we have to save it for the review too, but it's like you said, I mean everyone did their duty. I mean I do think there are issues. It's 3.5 hour movie, like doesn't keep your engagement at all times. Like I'm just gonna be honest, it doesn't. But everyone did their duty, all the lead actors did their duty, and there was a story and a flow in place and things made sense. There was no over the top action out of nowhere. Everything like played in part and everything was calculated. Every character served their purpose, and if they didn't yet, then they will in part two, right? So, and they also shot it at once, which makes me happy because the problem is when you shoot something and it blows up, and then you have to, like they just part two just goes haywire. We've seen this with KGF, Pushpa, and other movies where they
Yeah.
kind of lose the plot, but
Yeah.
it's a good thing they shot it at once.
Speaking of like this was very like Pushpa in Pakistan type vibe. I mean, he wasn't like selling anything, but
Yeah,
very like similar in terms of like man infiltrates gang and tries to go to the top. And then even like the small snippets that they showed us for part two at the end of this one was very like reminiscent of like a KGF 2 or like Pushpa 2 where he actually
yeah,
goes to the top and like is super rich and all that.
yeah. Yeah. Um, I think it was misleading too because I saw the trailer and teaser and it had those shots of like Ranveer Singh walking in fire with like he's like holding that like cannonball looking thing. And I was
Yeah.
waiting for the climax. I kept checking the phone. I was like, when is all this coming? And then it was a fucking teaser for part two. And I was like, okay, so the
Yeah.
trailer just lied about part one because that
Yeah.
wasn't in part one.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Yeah.
it'll be there in part two. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, Nal Nachna, sorry, oh, Nal Nachna, and then fucking Gera, who are like bangers, and the title song.
Yeah,
All three are good.
I like the whole album. I thought
Yeah,
that entire album is like really, really good.
yeah,
Plus all the
Um,
yeah,
other songs that are played like throughout.
yeah.
mhm.
So my number three is Honor King. So I think I liked it here the most out of any of you guys, but I just thought it was a genuinely like really good entertainer. Especially for Ram, who's been, picking some bad scripts recently. I liked Upendra in it. Like I just thought overall it was very wholesome and like good time.
Okay. All right. So going into my second one. This one, I mean, you said it a couple of times. It's called Tourist Family. I saw this also towards the beginning of the year, and I loved it. I thought it was an absolute banger of a film. Um, very, very good emotional drama. You like all the characters that are in it. Other than the one fact that does kind of sit on your mind of like, okay, these guys are illegal immigrants, like that is there, and they're trying to fit in the society and stuff like that. There's like, several like opinions you can have about that, but if you remove that one part of it, and just see it as a family that's maybe just moved to a new town and trying to fit in. I thought it was amazing. The little kid is like, I mean, maybe you guys have seen like reels and stuff about him, but the little kid's awesome in it. He's super funny. Um, there's proper emotional payoff that they set up like in the beginning and then pay off at the end for all the characters involved. It's just a very like endearing film, like from beginning to end. So yeah, I loved it. It was my second favorite of the year.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think I know what your first. I won't say what your first is, but I think I know based off of that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my second is Thururum, Mr. Mohanlal's Thururum. I don't know if you watched it.
I haven't seen
So
it.
okay, I I really liked this movie. It starts off as like it's like a family drama thing, and then it like goes into like kind of like a thriller mode. So I won't spoil too much for people because I'm sure a lot of Telugu people. I mean, it did well. It's a really high grossing movie, but it's just a good story. It hooks you, and the villain is really good too. I won't say who the villain is, but the villain's really good, and Mohanlal is like really fucking good in it. It's got good action, good high, good emotions, and it's like a perfect like mass. like it's a perfect transition from like oh like Happy Family to Moss mode, right? So I really liked it, and I also went in with zero expectations, and I really liked The Room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out. I think it's probably on some OTT somewhere, but I'll have to
yeah.
check it out.
I watched on iTunes, so you could always try that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so my second is Court. So again, like I know it's all on all of our lists, but I just think for me I liked it more, and especially with I understand the court scenes are very like trash, but I think everything other than that, like Priyadarshi, you got the kids themselves, and then even though Shivaji is like incredibly cancer in real life and in the movie, I thought he like did a good job like with the fierce intensity. So I thought like everybody basically played their part really well. And I thought that like that just kind of sold me off of performances. Like it was like really small, cute, you know what I'm saying? Like everything that they had. So everything for me worked. And I know that the court scenes like in a movie named Court like weren't really the best, but I thought just the performances themselves were so good. Especially it's like a topic that's not even addressed too much in Indian movies or those movies, like something like that. So
Yeah, like they tried to like reference it in like a Moss way with Pawan Kalyan's Vakil Saab, but uh obviously like didn't have much impact. But I actually like that movie though. Um anyways, so for my first film, it's Kantaro. That's my favorite film of the year, Indian film of the year. Yeah, I think I definitely enjoyed it more than you guys did. But I thought it was very, very good storytelling to begin with. It's not, you can't just say like, yeah, it's a good action film, it's a good this, or you can't, it's just a very good story that they told from beginning to end. There is parts of it that do lag, like each scene could be cut off by like maybe a couple minutes and it would save like 30 minutes by the end of the movie. But I was entertained the whole time. Every situation they come up with was just written so well. It was like reading a book. I'm sure the screenplay was probably like much longer than what they shot because they probably just had that much like content written to understand the world. So yeah, that's why it's my number one. Because I think it valued writing, which a lot of films don't do anymore, which is why they fail ultimately.
Yeah, you didn't watch Loka, right? None of us
I
did.
did, but I think honorable mentions. Like I
Oh,
wouldn't
really? Okay.
put it on top 10 because
Okay.
like I think it did a pretty good. It's a good movie. Like it's not bad, but it's just that they could have done so much more. I think they were in the right track, but they just didn't do enough. Like it felt like
Yeah.
watching an episode of like a TV show in like 2 hours,
Yeah.
except it should have been like 30 minutes. So they had like
Yeah.
30 minutes worth of content, but they kind of stretched it out over like 2 hours, was like my
Yeah.
biggest problem with it.
That
Because
makes
by the
sense.
end of it, you're like, okay, like nothing like much happened.
Yeah.
You literally did just see chapter one. I think they titled it Loka Chapter One. You literally just saw like one chapter of a book. Like that's all
Yeah.
you saw.
Yeah.
So yeah, that for that reason why that's why I put it at like honorable mentions.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. My number one is Dragon. Um, I loved Dragon. I think we rarely get a flawed protagonist. And then who turns it around, etc. Thing. Like I know there's a lot of convenient writing. Like the whole him and Gautam Menon's interview is like pretty stupid.
Hmm.
And like him like, magically just I don't know. I think it's there, right? He's a brilliant student. He has work ethic, he has everything. He's just like in this phase of life where he thinks being a bad boy is like he's being told like that's what women want. And he does like a lot of dumb shit. But even when he like excels later in life, like the stuff his ego had, his actions, like they come back to bite him in the ass, and ultimately, he can't fuck that guy over in the climax, right? And I thought his dad, like he plays Napoleon too, like did such amazing acting. Not like the whole movie doesn't even raise his voice at him, and I thought like it was just really strong emotion from an actor who overacts a lot. Like Pradeep does overact a lot in this movie, but I think it makes sense when he does. He's very understated and has like a truth and sadness to him too. And he feels like a very real, relatable character. I mean, not like with the success he finds in life, but like you relate with like kind of the his character arc. And I just really liked the movie. I like My Skin in it, like the college professor. I thought it was just a really, really well done movie that entertained me. Like I was glued to the screen, and I loved like the dragon character. Initially, I hated him, but then I loved watching him. And he got better and better and better. So I love Dragon. That was my favorite movie this year.
Yeah, I think that the problem that I had with it was also that you don't really root for him until like
Yeah.
at the end when he realizes like, oh, I'm being a dick and I need to change and whatever,
Mhm.
all that happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the whole time you're just like, bro, like you're just making mistake after mistake. And it's just like a downhill like train wreck like
Yeah.
waiting to happen. And it does happen. And then he finally realizes his mistakes and goes back to being a normal human and right from wrong, right? So it's like, yeah, that's the lesson they're trying to show. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, how long do we have to see this guy like be a train wreck in his life until he realizes? That's kind of like the vibe I had for the whole movie because I knew it was going to happen. Like by the end of it, obviously they're going to show that he becomes a good person, but it's
Yeah.
just I think that whole process of seeing a guy like self-destruct is like wasn't like up my alley. Like, that's like one of the main reasons why I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Well,
just felt
not
very
no, I still
real.
liked it. Not that I didn't like
Yeah.
it. I still liked
Yeah.
it, but why it didn't make
Yeah.
my list.
Yeah. Like him digging himself in a hole just added up with his character at that point, though. Like it's frustrating to watch,
Yeah.
but
It
uh,
is a character like study in a way.
yeah.
Like it wasn't like
Yeah.
a commercial film or anything.
I my may only complaint from that movie is I wish they like kind of give Anupama like not as submissive of a role. Like she kind of like takes most ownership. I mean, he feels bad too, but I just wish like they handled that a bit better. I wish we saw more regret from his side, like way more regret from his side.
Yeah.
But he hadn't fully grown at that point. I mean, he was getting there, but yeah, I wish they handled that a bit better. But
Yeah, I agree with all that. My number one is Dhurandhar. I think like you guys also had on your list. I had the same opinions. I think the acting was like on point. Ranveer, Akshay, everybody else. Like I feel like I'm very excited for part two because I think I was even trying to watch part one again just off like some things I missed. It's like 3.5 hours plus the theater that I went to didn't have an interval. So like it was just all stuff like thrown at you. So there's obviously certain things that I probably missed, but I think just overall like a well-made movie. So that's why I liked it that much.
Yeah. And we'll go into the Runner more in depth very soon. But yeah, I guess that's our list. Very, very interesting. Some surprising placements from all of us, I think.
went from disliking a red short to fourth spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. He thought it was just Telugu movies, so he had to come up with some on the fly. But yeah, I think it's I'm sure like there was movies I missed. Like four off the top of my head. I already said it multiple times that I missed that I know I probably would like. But yeah, overall just a disappointing year for all industries. Like only a few ones stood out across all of them, but 2026 is looking to be good. We have a lot of Sankranti releases. So we'll try
Yeah.
to review what we can. Obviously, we're also new quarter. It'll be busy for us, but what movies get good talk we will. Like I don't know if I'll watch Rohit Teja's movie per se in
The only
theaters.
one that's going to be good is Naveen's. Uh,
Yeah, I
I
think so
think
too.
everything else is just trash. It's going to be bad.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, I'd
yeah,
also like to, oh yeah, go ahead.
no, you go.
I would also like to say that like there's some other movies that I didn't get to watch. Like I know there's like Bison, 3 BHK, like The Girlfriend, and like stuff movies like that. Like I didn't really get to watch too many of these movies just off like on other streaming platforms that I didn't have, etc. But I know that like this is the list that we all got to get through the movies that we watched.
Yeah, I heard about Bison. I haven't seen it either, but I've heard that it's good.
Same. Uh, I'm sure we'll probably do. I think we should do a worst one because a lot of rods came out this year, and
Oh yeah.
uh, I think that dialogue will for sure make an appearance. Like any of Sidhu's dialogues from Telsuga are like up
Oh
there
my
for me.
God. You can make
Oh
a
fuck,
top
I am,
10
bro.
worst dialogue list from that movie. Actually, you can make more than 10. Every
If you think
dialogue
Sri
is
Vishnu is bad, his dialogues in that movie are next
yeah,
level.
they're horrendous. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so we'll put this
Yeah.
out. Make sure to stay tuned for our Durandar review. It'll come out soon. We're collabing with other creators, and then we'll have a worse list and then a lot more movies next year to talk about. So yeah,
Yeah, I think March is like packed. There's like
yeah,
Durandar 2, Decoit, Nani's Paradise, and like a couple others. But March right now is looking packed. So I'm more excited about March than January because I know January
that's
is going to
true.
be a shit show for all
And
the movies.
Toxic.
Yeah. Toxic is in March also, unless they move it. But for now, it's there.
Yeah.
All right,
So
yeah. Thanks guys for watching. Yeah, keep your eyes open for the run the review. It's going to come soon. All right, we'll talk to you next time.